Well, today, my friend, is day 45 of me documenting my journey to go from absolutely zero broke to 10K a month personal profits. All right. And this building my personal brand and a service-based company. And I'm doing this, building on X, a newsletter, an email list, and then obviously on YouTube right here. And I'm documenting this journey every single day. All right. And posting at the same time on this YouTube channel because I want you to get exactly what it takes to go from zero to the goal that you are intending to reach. And for me, it's 10K a month, 10,000 euros a month, exactly. And yeah, my name is Anthony, and for the past 9 years, I'm 29 years old right now. I've built a dozen of companies and projects, failing dramatically at most of them, but mostly because I put myself in tremendous amount of debts at 21 years old, and that brought me down a little bit. But in the meantime, from those 9 years, that helped me to just fear nothing. All right, I'm kidding. Obviously, I fear some stuff, but at least to reduce tremendously the amount of pressure on my shoulders and the amount that I can handle. Stress, hard situations, okay? I know I can do that just fine. I can deal with them just fine because I have lived in poverty. I have lived in crazy situations where I thought there was no issue, okay? But the thing is, I'm still alive. I'm still here, breathing, talking to you right now. I'm fine, alright? I'm 29. I'm healthy. I'm vibrant. I have everything for myself. It's okay. Life goes on, okay? Even if you go into crazy situations, you can't sleep or eat for a few weeks, fine, okay? And your world is crashing around you, but inside of you, you feel like peaceful. Because even in the middle of the storm, you don't mind that at all. Anyway, so I've got a call today, just like 30 minutes before. And the guy's name is Sean, and I had a good conversation. But the first thing that went is I spent too much time on the call, like an hour 30. It's way too much time. And during this hour 30, I didn't have the opportunity to actually sell my thing. The guy just said to me that he was ready to hop on a call. He knew exactly what I was able to help him with. He knew that I was going to sell him something. He just knew it because that was written, okay, exactly. And he was like, let's go, all right? But once we are on the call, first of all, the guy speaks too much. It's not against him, but the guy speaks way too much, like way too much. And please, guys, beware of how much do you speak. To say a simple thing, you just spend crazy time. You just spent 5 minutes for something that could be said in 10 seconds. Goodness God. Don't mind me saying that, but you are annoying for everybody, okay? Because you cannot structure your ideas clearly in some simple, concise words. And that's crazy because you get too much confused around a single topic. You spend 5 minutes for something that could actually take 10 seconds to say. And that's not right. That's not right at all, okay? Because I spent, first of all, the mistakes I made, it's to allow him to speak for so long because the call ended up to go for 1 hour 30, 1 hour 45 minutes even, right? I just don't understand because the guy is not able to just simplify his words and to get some clarity. Anyway, that's fine. That's fine. I still had a good time, and I still, at least it forced me to structure my offer to be way more clear and to have a system ready for my next calls. And that's the most fucking important. And the goal was never about this call specifically. Yes, I did everything I could to actually make a sale. It didn't work, okay? For some reason, it didn't work. I know why, but that's fine. The goal is actually to make sure that I get better at structuring my offer, making sure that I deliver clear information that people know exactly what I can do for them or not. And that for the next calls, I'm ready, set, and go. And that brings me closer to a yes. And that's the most important part, okay? So anyway, the mistakes I made was I needed to have like this under an hour, and I did not specified that at the beginning. And I should have said something like, I've got an hour and we're going to talk about this and this and that. And we're gonna have a wonderful conversation, okay? Anyway, something like that. But yeah, to specify that we have only an hour, not letting everything be like free and just like, I don't know, without any structure, okay? Especially knowing that the guy is actually talking so much to say the same thing or to say nothing. Anyway, that's fine, but that's right. And what I did good is the structure. I think I have worked on the framework, the structure pretty well, and I believe that what I did is actually pretty cool. At the beginning, I also gave him some advices, exactly personalized advice on what I saw in his profile that could actually be enhanced, corrected, deleted, twisted a little bit. And he was actually really happy about it, and that's something good that I did. Second thing is I let him talk very, very much. And so I listened, actively. I was engaged into what he says. Okay. That's important. So, in the end, we ended up, in good terms, obviously. And then, maybe it's going to become a client of mine later on. But even though, you have to respect yourself, it's like, do you want to work with this client? Ideally, if you had all the money in the world, would you work with this client? And my answer is probably no. I wouldn't work with him for many reasons. And so you've got to do so also. But the thing is, at least, yeah, it went well. In the sense that it brought me more confidence into knowing that I know exactly what now I'm selling, and that's freaking massively important. Now I'm starting to get way more clear on my offer, and that's freaking great. So yeah, it brought me closer to a yes, because now I'm more prepared. And I did a pretty good job at certainly listening, being active, mindful of him, asking thorough questions to allow him, to extract what's in his mind, to refine everything about his offers and all, even though we didn't actually conclude it into something very, very clear, because the guy is not clear. He is massively confused. But that's fine. If I used to frame it in a way that would direct immediately into the sale, that would have been much better. I could not do so in the call because that was not the right person to do it with. But I know how to do it better next time, and that's great. Okay. So the structure, the framework, everything, on the call, the guy knows that I actually put in some work into it, because I went researching his profiles and twisting a little bit of stuff, giving him some free value. Okay. I spent some time in it, and that's massively important, and people will feel that you are genuinely wanting to help. Okay. Obviously you want to sell something, fine, but you want to help first. Okay. So I did that. I gave value first. I had a great structure, of 2 single offers that I could actually do for him, and not just one. You need to give them options. Okay. So 2 is like the minimum. Okay. So one high ticket, like, your best offer, okay, the best of the best, and then a little bit of lower ticket, okay, like maybe 50% of the higher price. That's a good range. So I did that. I had a good structure, and then I listened actively, which is massively important. Okay. Most of the call should be you listening, and then asking great questions, to just pinpoint his pains, his problems, what he's dealing with, what his offer is about, what his story is about, all of that stuff. Okay. So you need to ask questions and listen. This is your only job. Ask questions, listen, ask questions, listen. Okay. And redirect into your frames, into what you are actually selling in the end. So I did those stuff pretty well, I believe. But yeah, the mistakes I made was I spent too much time with him. And I should have narrowed, the qualification before. Okay. I should have asked some questions before to make sure that he had the money, and to make sure that he would potentially be interested in my subject, in my office. Okay. So you need to do that before, and that way you just have a warm lead, and it takes off pressure. Okay. Because sometimes I saw that I stumbled over some words. Maybe I wanted to sell a little bit too much, and maybe I read a little bit too much of the script. So you need to have only key points, key words, key questions, key structures, to make sure that you are actually speaking flawlessly. Okay. And just naturally and fluently, because, it's not just a sales call. It's a conversation. It's something that you believe so much into that And this person needs to feel the exact same way that you are feeling about your product. And because he is feeling exactly how you feel about your product, he is in a position to understand what you are actually selling to him. What's the outcome is. And not just, financially or immediately, but what is the feeling that he's going to get? Is he going to lose time and money? And yeah. Or is he actually going to get the results that he actually wanted or didn't know about, but actually now he knows what he can actually achieve? So selling is all about a transfer of feeling, okay? A transfer of feelings. It's about how do I make you feel exactly the same way as I feel about my product so that it feels natural for you to buy. Simply. Okay. Anyway, I hope that was useful for you. I will share the document probably later on. If you've got any questions, please do ask me in the comments. I will gladly be answering you. That would be my sincere pleasure. Okay. So please take care of yourself. Have a good day and bye bye. See you next. See you on day 46. Yeah. Bye.